welcome to Garblag Games. We're playing Spectaculars by Scratch by Publishing, lovely little superhero game. This is Eldritch Mysteries, issue number 2, A Bridge Too Far. Previously, in Dunchester. Adam, what happened in the last adventure? Because everybody's forgotten because it was about 8 weeks ago, because...
Eternal Justice,
frail.
the avatar of justice that has protected Dunchester for over 500 years, teamed up with his new sidekick, Miss Valentine, an occult investigator who claims not to have powers but can also make things explode. Apparently, you can do this by reading. Stay in school, kids.
Yep.
They uncovered a dastardly plot by an evil cult of a demon whose name I do not remember, but it was bad. And they were marking people with their evil sigil that placed them under the mind control of said demon. And they were looking to propagate this over the entire of Dunchester, which they did manage. Even the combined forces of the defenders of Dunchester and Duke Supreme, with his fists of power and his portals of doom, were unable to stem the tide until the very last moment, where we defeated the evil one and sent him rolling back to his demonic realm.
Yes, Unan Zacchaeus, the toller of bells.
That's the one.
He who dwells in the shriven realm. And you booted him out.
Yeah.
Freeing the people. Becoming more popular because you saved the news office and people were there reporting, ready to go. Morgan Pepper wasn't quite so impressed because you didn't save him quickly enough. But he's a bit of a media douche and nobody likes him.
I believe he's quite
That
flat.
was a great news day. The news came to them.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh man, we got everything's here. Just wheel out.
Were the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings us to where we are near. Professor Puffycles is totally a vet taking out trouble puffs. No. Behold my awe-inspiring and dynamic cast of fabulous super beings. We've met the inimitable, eternal justice, mild-mannered warden and clerk by day, avatar of true justice the rest of the time. And he would like you to believe that our next hero is his sidekick. I suspect she may disagree.
Yeah.
Veronica Valentine.
Victoria
Valentine.
Victoria Valentine. Yeah.
Not Veronica.
Not Veronica. Yeah, Victoria Valentine. She reads books, many a book. And if you read the right books, you too could make things explode and have a dead Roman secretary.
That's a very good point. Given that you have the power to, oh no, you're an occultist, not a sorcerer.
Yeah, I'm an occultist.
Yeah, that was close. Nearly swapped all your
Are you a
powers around.
supreme?
No, don't do that. I took a little while to fix the overlay. Don't swap my powers.
No,
I need
that was
to
the
keep-
sorcerer, not the occultist. You're all good.
Yeah.
And joining them on our heroic quest today is Nye. Who's playing?
Yay!
What are you playing, Nye?
I'm playing a dragon called Professor Puffycles. And I like to imagine that. So as a dragon, of course, if you've ever played D&D, dragons can shapeshift, which is something I can do. So I like the idea that I take the form of a human professor at the university, and just like, I don't know, I like teaching people stuff. I probably do history because I lived through most of it, and I don't know. I
That's
can also
much better than being a circus performer. I'm going to swap.
Oh
your...
shit! I'm a circus.
No,
I can be a
screw the
circus. No.
performer. I'm going to swap
I'm a
it for the
circus.
professor. That's better.
I
forgot about the.
I forgot about the circus.
shape-changing. Hey, you're fine.
No, I
Professor
mean,
is better.
I can do circus, but that can be my evening job. You know.
Side hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
Even ancient dragons need a side hustle.
Hey,
the future is
no,
depressing.
definitely. Yeah.
Here we go then. A historian instead of a circus performer.
Oh, I feel bad. You
don't feel
created
bad.
a lovely character for me.
I drew a card out of a deck.
Oh, sorry. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
this wasn't a deeply involved course of time.
Right. Okay.
And you picked a better one, so we'll go with it.
I just like the
Sorry,
idea.
I mean, of course, I spent hours prepping and planning.
I just like the idea, you know, like when they bring in like a rushed cast member to a TV shoot, and it's like, what's my line? Like, yeah, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, why did you bring this guy? He doesn't know anything. Yeah, so I'm a dragon. I can fly. I can take the characteristics of animals is another power that I have. I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if that means like I can.
You can take on the physical traits of various animals, gaining the benefit of their unique evolutionary advantages.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as I can shapeshift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got two
Okay.
lots of shapeshifting, because you've also got the
Awesome.
ability to shapeshift yourself to look like someone else or take on the shapes of other living creatures.
Awesome. Yeah, so I like the idea that I like the idea that I'm just like, so we're going to Roman history and I've got to pretend like, oh, Julius Caesar. I mean, they write about me, he was such a douche, just like, oh, going on and on about I crossed the fucking river, oh fucking yeah, whatever. I have to be like, no, he was really great. I never knew him. Of course, no. But yeah. I also fight crime because when you're a really old dragon, you gotta fill the day, you know.
Yeah.
Gonna fill all the time. Yeah.
And so we begin our adventure this time with a news report flashing up on a screen near you.
Oh, I love this tune.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you late breaking news. Dunchester Bridge is falling down, or maybe. It appears some kind of traffic disturbance on the bridge, possibly super-based in origin, is causing chaos in rush hour. A villain on the bridge is hoping to destroy something. They're attacking cars and vans and knocking vehicles about. Multiple accidents have been reported. The bridge has been shut down. Where are the protectors of Dunchester? And what are they doing right now?
I'm having tea.
And then it pans out to a helicopter camera shot of a figure flipping over vans and turning over cars. Seems to be using some kind of superhuman strength to do so. Wearing some kind of tattered long coat and ripped trousers, covered all over in strange swirling tattoos. This person is punching open doors and ripping into vehicles and tearing things out and throwing them off the bridge, sometimes people. What do you want to do?
I like to imagine at some point I've gone, is that a delivery van? Is that my books? And it's like Justice on the messages. Justice, have you seen the bridge? That kind of thing.
What? What bridge? What's happening?
There's
This
somebody
is Scone
is
hour. I know. Stay away from the news during Scone hour.
whole hour.
It's very important.
Really savors the taste.
There is a person on a bridge who is definitely breaking parking.
A crime is being committed.
Yes, many.
It's just a whooshing sound. I've already gone.
Oh, okay. We'll get my bus pass out.
Could
Clattering, flush through with papers. Window is open. Whoosh.
Could I be in my car, and I'm like, what's the traffic jam for, Leah? Like, oh come on! I just see, there's a guy throwing.
Yeah, you lean out of the window of your tiny little micro car.
Oh yeah.
Little tiny clown car.
One of those little bubble
before
cars where you have to open the lid.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a motorcycle with a lid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm embracing the new trends. When you get to my age, you've got to try new things. Yeah.
Yes, you see, when you look out of the window from on the bridge, a man go flying over the edge of the bridge.
Oh.
But not flying like
Yeah, like
more
dear.
Splash.
Is there? I'm assuming if I'm in a traffic jam, there's like other people around me, yeah, or is this place?
Yes,
like,
there's
cleaning
lots
out?
of screaming
Okay.
and beeping and panic.
I'd like
People are getting
to,
out of their vehicles and moving back.
I have an extensive knowledge of human anatomy, and I know they are very squishy when they fall off things, especially into water, and they also don't do well when they fall in water. So I would like to escape the traffic jam scene. And if I've got, I imagine it's like some grassy bridge, I'd like to run. I'd like to look like I'm taking off my jacket, but then realize I could just shapeshift. So I'm just going to shapeshift into a dolphin and jump into the water and save the man. I don't know how I do any of those things dice-wise, so tell me how to do it.
You don't have to do anything with them dice wise. You you do. You roll a D percentile, and
If I failed, I turned like a
You
minnow
get-
or something.
get under
The
80%.
cod.
I get caught by a fisherman. No.
Oh, no. Oops.
Okay, so a D100. I got 71. That's under
There
80.
you go.
isn't it?
You leap off the side of the bridge and shift form in mid-flight into that of a porpoise, cutting through the water gracefully and diving down to try and rescue the man who's sinking into the dark waters of the river.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it helps that you're mates with the spirit of this river, so bonus.
Of course. Yeah. He'll do me a solid. I've got to bring the beer next time for game night.
Yeah.
So, Justice,
Yes.
moments later, you flash down onto the spar atop the bridge, cloak billowing heroically in the breeze.
I'm not going to land. I'm just going to hover.
Okay. Yeah, because then you'd have to reuse your power.
Yes, proper toes down, but cape flowing out behind me.
And yes, you can see this strange figure punching his way through the sides of cars and vans. It looks like he's making his way towards one of those armored cars that they transport valuables in. He's checking other vans on the way.
I will place an impenetrable barrier of darkness in his path and call out to him. Malefactor, you must stop your destructive spree.
He looks around and sees you. Roars up at you.
That is not a coherent response.
And then plunges his hands into the cloud of darkness. And the tattoos on his body start pulsating. It's like concentric circles moving over his body as they swim around.
That's new.
Bouncing backwards and forwards, and your darkness is shrinking down into his hands.
I'm going to call Miss Valentine.
I expect I leave a tube station, I run up some stairs, and as I leave, or a lift comes up that says something or other tube, and then as the lift does, it disappears because it wasn't really a proper tube station, or something like that. Somebody looks at me really confused. I'm like, what's coming through? Move! And I run to a point where I can see Justice up ahead.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah. And I wade through the streets, arrive somewhere near Justice, and be like, are you okay?
He's absorbing my darkness. Did you bring a book on occult tattoos?
I open my carpet bag.
I love it.
Look inside.
Half John Constantine, half Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Look inside the and
just a small cup of lager helps the medicine go down.
This is the medicine. Yeah.
Yes, it just is. Yeah.
Just a large pint of beer is exactly what we need. So yeah, I will root through my my carpet bag. Would this be a good use of the once per issue thing? Is I can know a bit of knowledge as if I did a interlude or something. Would that be a good use of that, or is it not? Is it
I think you might actually be better served saving it, if I'm honest.
Sure.
I mean, yes, it could give you some information, but I don't think it'd be information you could necessarily do anything with at this stage.
All right. I will shout up to Justice. No, I think Len has got it, and be like, close my bag and jog forwards a bit.
Okay, well, they have strange roiling concentric circle tattoos, and they seem to pulse with power as they absorb the darkness I have placed in front of them.
Now you break the surface of the cold river with the man that you've rescued, splashing and coughing. Up above, you can see the figure of Eternal Justice, who you probably recognize, having seen him around, as another member of the oh god, what's your posse called?
Dunchester Defenders. It's not.
No, it's not.
I like the idea.
The League of Justice.
I like
Guardians
the
of the Rift. That's who
that
you are.
that Puffacles only shows up in dragon form. so they just think he's a huge dragon.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh,
I think you'll find it's actually quite a small dragon.
Oh wait. Oh, am I? Yes. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do now.
A dragon fairy from D&D size.
Yeah.
I'm like thingy. What's his name from the X-Men? The
Lockheed.
Lockheed. Yeah. Okay, that's better. That's actually better. I was actually gonna say I hope I turn into a small one. Okay, never mind. Okay. Yeah. Right. Can I get him to shore? And then will I be able to turn into my dragon form to kind of...
Yeah, okay, so you help this guy get to the shallower bit of the river.
I'll do like
some people on a tour boat pull up and help you pull him up into the boat.
And I would like to dive down a little bit so I don't like blow their minds that a porpoise just turns into a dragon. Like swim off a little bit, and hopefully that'll make people want to protect the porpoise in the area, because it's like they save people. And then I'm going to like turn into my little dragon and then go zip up to the bridge and just be like, hello, and see what's going on.
So Professor Puffacles, another member of the Guardians of the Rift, appears by the bridge as well. So you've got Victoria Valentine, PI, Eternal Justice, and Professor Puffacles all on the bridge as this mysterious adversary finishes off that little cloud of darkness, and the patterns on his skin swirl in round his fists as he punches the armored car and dents the side of it, causing the ground around him to shake as well.
I'm going to have to ask you to desist or face the consequences.
Okay.
Ignoring you at this point. He's just like, boof, boof, boof.
Apparently, I have to give fair warning.
You're about to catch these hands. He appears to be completely ignoring you, since none of you have taken any direct action against him other than throwing that bit of darkness at him.
I'm going to
continue pounding
him
at the
Can I... Oh, sorry.
door.
After Justice and Professor Puffacles have done their thing, I will make something explode.
Oh, I want to see the explosion first. I'm happy to. Explosions are better.
Explosions
are better done first.
Boom.
Okay, so in true spectacular style, I'm going to shuffle the initiative cards and see who gets to go first. That's not a good start.
That's not. That's the villain.
The villain gets the first action, and his action is to punch through the back door of the armored car, which smashes open as he punches it. Clearly his strength is somehow enhanced in some form. Next up, it is Professor Puffacles.
Yes, I am support. Can I breathe fire as a dragon?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's lame. I can take animal shapes, though, so that's way cooler.
You got sparkles.
Yeah.
Sparkles.
What animal can help? I kind of want to turn into like a blue whale.
Whale attack!
And as you do it, it's like, oh no, not again, splat.
But then I get pushed off into the bridge, and then that poor tour group is like, what the the fuck is going on?
Yeah, there are a lot of vehicles on the bridge as well.
Yeah, that would
It's
be
a
very
fairly
dangerous.
significant area effect damage.
I would like to fly at him, and just before I smack into him, I'd like to turn into an elephant and just elephant headbutt him
Love it.
in the back.
Okie dokie. Please make then a D100 roll, and you're using your animal manifestation power again, so it's below 80%.
24.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, nice.
Now, if you want, you can make this a powerful attack, which it sounds like you do want to.
I do. I want to make him have a sore
head.
So
yes,
we put 2 time
but not
tokens
me.
on your
Okay.
power then, and it adds 20 of the damage, 20 points of damage to your attack.
Ooh, nice.
So you do a huge amount of damage as you turn into a fairly small but still elephant.
Pygmy elephant.
I call this move the elephant bullet. I fly really quickly as a tiny dragon and then turn into a slightly larger elephant and just smack into something.
And you smash into this guy, and he goes flying backwards and away from the armored car. Crashes into a truck a few steps away, staggers to his feet, kind of straightens up. Next up, it's
Dun dun dun!
Eternal
Justice
Justice.
time! Bum, 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 bum. Justice is singing his own theme tune.
Of course. Always.
Okay. I know that pink elephant. I know them anywhere. I will swoop down and place myself between the miscreant and the object of their desire. And say, stand down!
As you get down there, you can see now that inside this armored car, there is like a little podium in the middle of the car. It's got the normal sort of side containers full of valuables, but there's a fixed podium in the middle. And inside a sealed glass box on top of the podium, there is a diamond about the size of your avenging fist.
Ooh, shiny. I do not believe this is yours.
Oh, it's Miss Valentine.
It's kaboom time.
Yeah, it is kaboom time. I would like to. I don't want to make it an area of effect. I think
there's an elephant and a captain in the way.
Yeah, there's an elephant and Justice. He's quite useful. So I would like to.
He does soak up bullets almost as well as a sandwich.
He does almost as well as a sandwich. Yeah. I would like to make an explosion in his face.
Ooh.
Or something like rather than area effect, like a controlled sort of boom.
Go on, explode then.
All right, 80%. I can do this.
Yeah.
5. I did it.
Yeah, and that reverses for damage, so that's a lot. Like,
yeah,
an explosion goes off right in his face, and he rears backwards. He was wearing glasses when the explosion hit him in the face, kind of bent glasses.
That's
slightly.
what I explode.
But they explode off his face into 2 parts. And again, the concentric circles all over his body ripple and move.
Ooh, that's...
How much do they ripple and move?
I make a mental note.
He doesn't appear to have taken anywhere near as much damage as that should have done. He's taken a much, much smaller amount of damage. You know that was a good fireball.
It wasn't a fireball. I don't do magic.
Not fireball, sorry, it was an explosion.
It might have been a fireball.
So you don't do magic, you're just really clever, and when you want them to, the things explode.
The universe complies.
Yeah. It knows not to get on the wrong side of you.
Mm-hmm. Might have been a fireball.
Next up, with a shrieking, creaking, grinding noise.
Oh, did we break something else now?
Yes, you broke something else.
This is starting to get expensive.
Yes,
a
bridges are
bus
inexpensive.
that has been knocked around by this kerfuffle breaches the safety barrier on the side of the bridge and starts to lean outwards over the side. People
That's less
inside
than
begin
ideal.
screaming and panicking. There are now people in danger.
That is not good.
Now, remember, when these sorts of things happen, this can affect your fame, infamy, how well liked you are based on how you choose to act. It could also get you hero points for doing good things. So ignoring the bad guy to save the civilians gets you hero points, but might jeopardize the overall mission. So it's entirely up to you what actions you choose to take.
Justice starts with a hero point because...
He does.
Does Professor Puffacles?
Let's find out.
I think I start with 2.
I'm just rubbing my
gee.
head with my trunk. Oh. The elephant bullet is a powerful ability, but it also is a bit sore when you headbutt somebody.
It doesn't say.
I
So
will
I think we'll
charge in
start with
and
one.
save the innocents with my elephant trunk.
Okay, well, first up, the villain gets to his feet and does a 3-point hero landing and punches the ground
Oh no.
in the direction of eternal justice.
Your shockwaves have no power over me. That's why I never land.
Of course, you didn't land, did you?
No.
But yes, a massive shockwave. The ripples on the rippling tattoos on his body swirl and ripple again, and they come down his arms into his fists and focus down into little narrow points where they strike the ground. And then they seem to transfer into the ground as seismic waves, and they blast outwards from where he is, lifting up several vehicles, knocking bits of brick and mortar off the bridge, leaving the bus to swing wildly out to more screaming from the citizenry within.
You're adding damage of civic property to your
Oh,
list of
no.
crimes.
It's another villain card.
It's another villain card.
How
Yes.
many villain cards?
2?
He is then going to leap into the back of the armored car.
But I'm in the way.
You are in the way. And he's going to hit you on the way past.
Well, he never skipped leg day.
Well,
He
that's-
did not skip like that. He
No,
kind of
ever.
rugby tackles you into the back of the van.
Oof! Unhand me, you fiend. I do not consent.
Finally, a complication arises.
Oh no, things are getting so bad.
Bystanders trapped in the
So
conflict are
quickly.
imperiled when the battle opens up and cracks the ground, exposing the civilians to yawning pits. Although in this case, the yawning pits are falling off into the river.
Oh no, okay.
No.
The rippling, shaking ground has led all those people who are fleeing from their vehicles to be hanging from the bridge by cables and bars.
Only someone had many arms.
Octopus Puffacles.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Kraken
spend-
Puffacles.
Yeah,
No,
can
wait.
I turn into a kraken, please? Now
Very
Your
small
sizes are
pink
limited.
one.
You could
Yeah.
be a very small kraken.
Very small, bright pink kraken. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna say. It's canon now. Professor Puffacles only turns into pink animals. It makes it really obvious when he's on the scene. Is that a pink zebra?
It's
Sunburn.
like a
When
pygmy
you-
zebra to me, Chief.
Pygmy.
Yes.
A pink pygmy zebra. Professor Puffacles.
No.
That
Oh
Yes.
no, it's hooligans from the zoo. Right, okay.
Okay, so that's initiative taken care of for that round. Now, second round, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
the
it's our
hazard.
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 Oh god, so many people are gonna die.
Some people fall off the bridge.
Oh, I'm getting-
So bad,
Splash
so fast.
into the river.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be a flying octopus.
Can I use necromancy to return them to life? No, wait, I can't do that.
It's not life you're returning.
It's a
them.
shambling semblance.
A shambling mockery thereof.
Grandma's back. Brains. Oh, she's just like she was in life. She
No.
ate brains.
I don't raise zombies. I make skeletons.
Well, that's
That
all-
actually might be more.
That's
I don't know if
better.
that's. Yeah, I don't know if that's
Much
worse or
Still
better.
an improvement.
It's
Yes,
less
a few people-
identifiable.
Fall from the bridge screaming and
That's her
panicking.
scapula.
But fortunately, Millie, it's your going.
Ooh. Okay. Should I? I could.
Our betattooed bad guy is now wrestling with eternal justice in the back of an armored car.
Inside an
There's a
armored car.
bus about to ping off the side of the bridge, and numerous civilians have just been seismically blasted over the edge.
I wanna make illusions that are like danger, go this way, like warning signs and stuff to sort of shepherd the human, the squishy people, the idiots.
That's a good idea.
Big floating arrow. That way.
Not in the water, that kind of stuff. Shepherd the idiots to safety as well.
The old green arrow trick.
Yeah, I do a little bit of Green Arrow with the illusion.
Not Green Arrow, Green Lantern. Wrong
Yes.
green.
Yeah, wrong.
It could be an arrow that was green.
It could be an arrow that was made by a Green Lantern. Green Lantern arrow.
Green Lantern.
Green Arrow spends a lot of money on his directional arrows. Go that way. Oh, for Jesus. Okay, go that way. Just firing the little lights.
Yes, no, I did get a reroll earlier. Sorry, I should have pointed that out.
Yes. Rerolls are not the same as hero points, which is a thing to remember. I think you can use them for that, but I don't think we established what we were.
I don't even know what hero points do.
There's just been a cocktail of winging it, really, for this game, hasn't there? So far?
Yeah.
Reckon? No.
It does lend itself beautifully to winging it because there's a lot of very, very simple mechanics.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, so Millie,
I'm going to use illusions to help shepherd the idiots, the people of Dunchester, the morons. I don't have good press, I guess. I've just been lucky so far.
Well, progress then the complication in a positive way, which is good.
Yes, that's good. And come on.
Or it would do if I knew where my pencil had gone. But yeah,
Off the bridge, this way, not near the monster. No. And do not enter on the other side of the
so you throw up some barriers that will stop people getting in the way of danger, direct them around holes that are being shaken in the bridge, that kind of thing. Cool.
Yeah. Either that or it's like when Iron Man brings up all the drones, it's just loads of Victorias all over the bridge going,
Go
stop!
that way.
That kind of stuff. Just like lots of her.
Oh,
No, you dithering fool. I mean, helpful citizen.
Yeah.
You seem to be facing the wrong way.
Thought about getting off the bridge.
The
Next
support,
up,
yes.
It's our support character.
Yeah. Puffacles.
So
Okay.
Puffacles the pink elephant is... I mean, you're still an elephant.
I am
elephant's
still an
quite
elephant.
strong.
Yes, they are. Let's go over to that bus and save some people because I definitely, my centuries of life know that people don't do well in small metal containers that fall off things. So I need to save them.
Do you know what? I'm going to let you roll perform for an audience for this. So it's 65% chance.
Okay.
Come on, Professor Puffy. You can do it. Ow, get off my face.
75.
Uh-oh.
I should have turned into an octopus, god damn it.
I would use that hero reroll if I was you.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Reroll. 26. Yes, thank you for the reroll. Whoever gave it to me.
26, which reverses effect, giving you a 62. So you wrap your little pink trunk around the front of that bus and you give it a good strong heave and you pull it a little bit further onto the bridge, not a huge distance, but enough to move the pivot point so it's not swinging wildly anymore. And with a little trumpet, you instruct the driver to open the door and people start making their way off the bus.
I can't talk in my animal form. I choose to only communicate as the animals do.
Yeah.
I am a method actor.
Yeah, it adds integrity.
Exactly.
depth and sophistication to the roll. Next up, it's now all three of you in a row.
Nice.
Alden, it's you.
Yes. Well, so I have a miscreant malefactor
You do.
inside an armored car with a giant diamond. Well, I'm gonna hit them in the face, obviously.
Use your signature weapon. That's
Yes, using my signature weapon, obviously.
your fist.
I have had numerous opportunities to stand down and assist, and they have taken none of them. So it's scales of justice time.
Gauge the punchinator.
Engage the swinging scales. Taste justice, villain. For an 8.
Wow.
Wow. That is a mighty, mighty hit.
Kaboom. I want to get an advantage dice as well, Ben, just to say, because it's melee.
You knock his block off.
There was no advantage on that
Okay.
advantage dice.
Well, fair enough.
However, 80 points of damage to him is a lot of damage. And he absorbs some of it, yes, but not all of it. He is starting to look a little bit more injured. But as at the point where your weapon makes impact, concentric circles ripple out from that point and seem to bounce all around his body, concentrating themselves down into his fists again. Upon which note, he is going to return the favor.
Fudge socks.
Yeah, he's about to make you back. I don't know. Fudge socks just seems such a curious phrase.
And he swings at you, but misses.
Ah!
Yay!
Yeah, I rolled 92.
But you turned his socks into fudge.
Yes. He punches straight through the side of the van. And as he makes contact with the wall, you can see vibrational energy surrounding his fists and shaking open vaults and showering gems and coins and riches and treasure all over the bridge.
You are creating a lot of paperwork.
You're littering.
And also adding littering to your list of crimes.
The complication proceeds by a stage, but the complication was Nye's bus. Nye's holding the bus, so it doesn't proceed negatively, it proceeds positively.
I look very strange.
Because you're holding the bus. Finally, our villain, or not finally, sorry, he's got 2 goes. My bad.
Yeah.
He is going to take another swing back at you, trading blows like big damn heroes and villains.
Can't touch this justice.
For the love of God.
No.
Apparently, no, he can't touch justice.
It's justice time.
You bob and weave out of the way.
Are you doing the justice dance? Are you just sliding left and right as he's trying to punch you?
Yep. I haven't got a lot of room because I'm in an armored car, but I'm doing my best. I'm working with what I have.
Finally, he uppercuts you into the roof of the van.
Oh, should have paid attention.
Yeah, that dance got a little bit too cocky.
Enjoying myself far too
Pins
much.
you right up into the roof of the van. Outside, you kind of hear the van like bounce a little bit.
I like to think there's a little head-shaped bump.
With your face.
Please take 21 points of damage out.
Oof.
But you don't have armor. Never mind.
No, I soak it by being just generally cocky and invulnerable. Right up till the point where I'm not. Call that a punch.
This is a punch.
Well, let's find out. Who's going first? It's upside down.
Was a new villain? Oh no.
Yes,
It's
the pink
Professor
elephants on
Puffacles.
parade. Okay, do I need to keep pulling on this bus?
If you want to keep pulling on the bus, then yes, you can. That's perform for an audience again.
All your
right.
time tokens on animal manifestation have gone away, so you could.
So you could make this a powerful attack again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like I heave extra hard.
Yeah, it does. It has an extra 20 points worth of effect.
Okay.
So it might be
yes.
enough to pull the whole thing back onto the bridge.
Yes, which is the goal. So I'm going to roll. That's a 38.
Which is 83 in terms of effect. So 103 is a massive effect. You haul the entire bus back up onto the bridge and help the few remaining passengers and the driver get off.
I do that thing elephants do where they pick you up with their trunk, but because I'm a pygmy elephant, I just pick them up like an inch off the ground and put them down.
Tiny step.
Last step. It's fine. We could do the last step. Okay.
I could have managed that on my own, but thanks anyway.
So there we go. That's that resolved.
Yes.
I can't remember where that lives now. It can live there now.
Are there still people hanging on the sides of the bridge?
Next up, our villain.
Oh, poo.
Believe in you. You can do it, Justice.
Go, go, our Justice.
You dare challenge me, he shouts at you.
Finally, you have found your words. I was beginning to think you were totally incoherent. Now, let me explain the nature of your crimes. You may want to sit down. This could take a while.
And he punches you. Clear out the back of the van.
That
Pow.
was not the idea.
And sends you flying backwards. I mean, you were already flying, so yeah, more flying, but backwards. Out of the van again with a roar.
Good takeoff.
And he sort of stands there inside the van, right by this diamond. However, it's Miss Valentine's going.
It's me. I want to keep saving the people, but I also want to not let him get the diamond. So I could explode the van, or I could make dead people.
Explode the diamond out the back of the van.
Yeah, that's actually a good
I was
idea.
half expecting that, to be honest.
Or I could make illusions of all the diamonds.
Ooh.
All the diamonds, all the time.
Just illusion. I like illusions this week, obviously.
If it helps, a tiny pink octopus might be in the cards to save the people hanging off the bridge. A tiny giant octopus.
Yes, tiny giant octopus.
Tiny giant octopus. Boo. Tiny giant space hamster. Anyway, yeah. All right. I will. Yeah, I will make lots of. I will stop the helpful Victorias, because this Victoria is never going to be as helpful as they were, and make like. What I want to do is like run over and like maybe try and bump the van, and then when the van gets bumped, make all the illusions of the like it knocks it, like it shudders and everything. Suddenly, there's loads of diamonds.
I don't think, to be fair, you're going to be able to have much of a shuddering effect
No.
on an
Armored car.
Oh, is it armored car? Okay, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm just a human.
Just a completely normal person.
Throw your shoulder out. Oh,
Ow!
Okay.
Oh, that really hurts.
All right, I will just try if I can see where it is or make the illusions appear. Oh, no, with that, I'll just make loads of diamonds appear then.
Okay, roll your illusions.
All right. No, I should have exploded because I rolled 80, which would have exploded.
Oh, no.
So you cast an illusion spell into the back of the van and you fill it up with precious gems, but topaz and sapphire and emerald.
Yeah.
And just all the drawers are spilling out all of these extra different kinds of gems, not a diamond among them. And they all have that kind of semi-washed out, translucent look to them.
Stage gems.
Yeah.
Colored glass.
Our villain uses his power to shatter the glass case around the diamond for that go.
Hazard.
A hazard. People have stopped moving, so the hazard doesn't affect them this round, but it will affect them again the next round. So I'll put that back in there. Complication that needs to go away. So there's the complication going away. There is eternal justice. The
Hello.
villain has shattered the case around the diamond.
Well, I would use my darkness powers to shroud this diamond and protect it, but I have seen this as being ineffective. So, slappening. With the scales of
But
justice,
you, of course, take your
obviously.
glove off and slap that with him.
And slap him with my signature weapon. Oversized scales of justice. Clang!
Buy a spoon, cousin.
Not believe this belongs to you. That is a 35.
Ah,
Which is a success.
it is indeed. And you fetch him a right good ding with
Clang.
the scales of justice. Are you interposing yourself between him and the diamond again?
Yes, I will try to swoop round him, and as I go, just boom.
Okie dokie. Final action, dun dun, for
Oh.
this go is the villain.
Boff.
You interposed yourself. Had you not done that, he'd have been off. But as it is, now he has to try and take you on. Once again, he gives you a right good punch, but he hasn't got as much power absorbed, so it doesn't have quite as significant an effect. And you please take 32 points of damage.
Oh, is that all? That
A
was
mere-
barely a tickle.
A love tap.
I'm going to have to try harder than that.
Shuffle the initiative down.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Please
To the
don't try
left,
harder than that.
shuffle to the right, shuffle to the left.
That's the wrong way around. Hey, Alden, you're first.
Hey,
Justice.
more clanging. The diamond's out in the open, isn't it?
Yes, it's now rattling around the inside of the armored car.
He broke the case. What are my chances of grabbing it and legging it?
Ooh.
Steal it before it can be stolen.
Protect it from the miscreant. Keep it safe until it can be returned to its rightful owner.
I suppose I could let you roll distract someone to see if you could get away with it.
Do I have that skill?
You do, it's 80%.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
hell, let's do that. What's that over there?
It's the Goodyear blimp. It's the Goodyear.
My word, it's the rest of the Dunchester defenders and the League of Justice come to take you away. I feel bad for lying. It's for good cause. That is a 37. Success.
While he's not looking, you swipe the diamond and he goes to look for it. Oh, when it's his next go. But first it's
Ooh.
Artillery.
artillery. Ms. Valentine.
Blow the van.
Is Justice in the van now? Did Justice be like,
Justice is in the van still with the miscreant.
okay. The diamond, was it on like a special stand or was it?
It was, yeah, it was in a little glass case.
All right, I want to explode that.
Okay. It's already been exploded seismically.
Oh, I want
That was
to.
how he got it open.
All right, fine. I'll just explode him then.
Okay.
And just be like,
An
kaboom.
oldie but a goodie.
It is 73.
Yay.
I'm glad I exploded because illusions wouldn't have worked.
No.
He is blasted out the back and slides along the ground with his tattoos kind of shrinking and writhing into a bunch of concentric circles on his chest as he crashes up against the car.
Be like,
Charred,
Justice, get out of there.
burned, and a little bit of a mess. He reaches into the pocket of his, you can see now it was once a lab coat, apparently. And he pulls out a crumpled piece of paper and opens it up and reads something in a harsh, guttural, low language. And with a smash and a flash of brimstone and smoke, he disappears.
He's giving magical, arcane, sensible folk who did studying a bad reputation. I am not down with this.
We are out of initiative time.
Oh, where is he? Where is he? I have not finished yet with him.
He's used some sort of spell and escaped, Justice.
Ah, well, that sounds like your province, Miss Valentine.
Yes.
I look forward to reading a report.
I'm not writing a report. Why would I do that?
So that I could read it?
Are we continuing to rescue the trapped folk?
I'll
Yes.
rescue the trapped. I was going to turn into a little octopus and save
No, we're
them.
talking
It's okay.
while they drown.
Yeah. They're stupid. They should
Drowning,
learn to
as we
swim.
established in episode 1, drowning is not a crime.
So I will turn into an octopus and grab them from the side of the bridge, or jump in to grab a lot of people with my tentacles.
Okay, by the time you've finished saving people, ambulances, fire brigade, fire boats, police boats have appeared down below. They're starting to move some of the traffic on, getting cars out of the way.
Can I give a slightly injured person as a tiny giant octopus to somebody like just hand it to like a medical professional, like, oh, thank you. And then like as they take the person, like the suckers do that sort of thing.
Sterilize this patient immediately. They've been covered
And
by an
then, like,
octopus.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop over to where the other two are. It's still an octopus form. Oh, this is amazing.
Professor Puffy, how good of you to join us.
I will salute as an octopus.
With all the arms?
Well, seven, six of
Six
them.
of them.
I will salute back. Lose count and have to start again.
Yeah. I
Okay,
will
what do you want to do?
I will turn into my dragon form so I can speak. I could speak in octopus form, but it would be very, very uncomfortable to watch.
So,
You're right, the
Miss-
small purple and pink fluffy dragon is going to be so much more comforting for people.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Professor Puffycles, this is Victoria Valentine, my sidekick.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And
Knowledgeable in the ways of the occult and hopefully can be of some assistance in unraveling this mystery.
yes. Indeed. And I look at the little pink dragon and be like,
Fly. Just
maybe
hovering.
we should return to scone hour and
Scone Hour has finished.
tea and biscuit hour.
It is always tea and biscuit hour.
I thought so. Maybe we should return somewhere that can not be. And I gesture to like outside, and then Professor Puffocles.
You wish to return to our secret HQ.
I can drive us there if you want to get in the car.
It's okay. I brought my bus pass.
I
Okay, no problem.
don't think I could carry the vehicle.
Oh,
Probably.
could you? Yeah, the traffic's gonna be a nightmare getting there. So if you could.
Hold ups all over Dunchester.
Okay.
It is like the comic book swish.
We will transition.
Yeah.
As you're walking away,
Still
let's
got
have
the
a
diamond.
perception-y thing roll.
perception-y thing roll?
So that's probably read the situation. Is
Perception-y,
80%
isn't
for
she a
our
Greek
I've got
goddess?
watch for trouble.
Watch for trouble at
I did a pun, but
65%
nobody
for a
was listening.
paranormal investigator and
It's
90%
90 for a warden.
Because you're always watching for trouble.
Always prepared.
I got a 73. I don't know what that means.
Well, if you do a read the situation, that's a success because you have 80% in read the situation.
I'm going to do that then.
I succeeded in watching for trouble because I got an 18.
55.
The last thing you sort of hear as you head off is the police talking to the person who's been robbed. It turns out it's not a particularly valuable diamond. The diamond, in fact, is a precisely cut diamond being transported to a remote mining site where it was going to be used as a focusing device for a laser drill. It was expensive to produce but has little black market value since it's only used in highly specialized mining equipment. And it's impossible to fence because it's got specific markings etched into it.
On hearing that, I will rush back and remember that I still have the diamond and return it to the police, who will need to take it as evidence.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Justice. So that's incredibly helpful. The scientist he's talking to, there'll be a reward for this. This is amazing. You've done us a great service. I don't know why anybody would even try and steal this piece of nonsense. It's taken us years to produce, yes, but it's absolutely worthless in terms of treasure value. It's only really useful for, well, the mining laser.
Professor, sorry.
A laser, you say? Some form of coherent light beam, I believe.
That's right, yes.
Professor Puffacles is staring intently at the diamond. Almost salivating a little bit, but knowing that he's not allowed to take it, just...
I like
It is
diamonds.
very sparkly.
I like diamonds. I like precious stones and metals. I'll say that under my breath. As a dragon.
Whispering it in dragon.
It's just like kind of hissing.
Any
Homer Simpson
reward?
with a donut.
Yes, any reward can be made to the Eternal Justice Fund. The police will have the usual details.
I love it.
Yes.
Justice never checked what the fund was, and someone's just been fleecing him this whole time. Yep, it's going into the fund. They just pocket the cash because he never checked.
Legitimate fund. When I find this accountant, I'm going to
Become
explode
the
them. And then necromancy them to give me all the details. So I can buy more books. Where are you lasering with this lasering diamond?
It's for mining. We were going to use it in the Welsh Hills.
Right. And could it be used for anything other than lasering Welsh Hills? Or
Well, yeah, I mean, any kind of mining laser would probably accept it. It might need a little bit of recutting to fit something that wasn't proprietary. But we're not talking about weapons grade lasers. We're talking about digging and drilling lasers. These things have incredibly short range. You could literally only shoot at things that are right in front of them. You wouldn't be able to use it to take down a plane or even mess with a drone or anything like that.
would you and I look around and maybe sort of edge them away from the policeman a little bit. Would you be able to laser through a bank safe or something like that? Maybe a safe. Yes, no, a bank safe.
Yeah, of course you could. But for the expense and the trouble of getting the laser to do it, you'd kind of need what was in the safe to pay for it.
Oh. Does it damage what's on the other side of whatever you laser?
Almost definitely.
So we're dealing with criminals who have very poor finance to making decisions. But guys, it'll pay for itself. You idiot. We're not lasering through a bank just to pay for the thing we bought to laser through the bank. You got to spend money to make money.
Yeah, you got to speculate.
Professor Puffacles, as you're pootling around outside, you come across the little bit of parchment that he read from
Oh.
on the floor. It's a little bit smelly. It
Hmm.
smells kind of like rotten eggs, and is marked with strange arcane writing that, as a historian, you might actually recognize.
Yes, I'm gonna pick it up with my little
favorite
claws.
kind of
This has become one of my favorite characters to play. I'm basically Beast Boy, and I'm so happy. Just gonna sit down with my little
Waffles, waffles, waffles.
I say yummy, you say pie.
Sorry, I could go on Teen Titans all evening. I love them. Next spectacular game, Teen Titans.
Okay, now what do you want to do?
Can I read this? Is that something a historian can do?
Take a research something roll.
Okay, research something. That's a 95. It's
You
been a
failed.
while. Yeah, it's been a
Ow.
while since I
Ow. You got 90% in research something.
Hey, look, the last time I read Demonic, it was the 1420s. It was a wild time.
It
All
was
right,
clearly very different time. No, you cannot read this. It's gobbledygook. It's clearly magical, but it's not something you. Yeah, I mean, you could almost kick yourself. It's like
You got to sound like your tongue's been removed with a cold iron dagger.
Are you all right? Don't sound well.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, can you read this? Actually, maybe don't read this. Your eyes might melt out your head. I might give this to the.
I'm willing to take the risk,
Victoria.
but
Okay,
I think you
there you
should give
go.
it to Victoria. She's much more experienced with this sort of thing.
Okay, I shall.
much better at melting her own eyes.
She's
I
melted
shall-
her own eyes 4 times already this year.
Yes. One has to put faith in one's sidekicks. That's how they improve.
I hope my wings are disproportionate to my little body, so it's like biologically be impossible for my wings to gain flight. But I just flutter over, like land on Victoria's shoulder. Here you are.
Like an 80s cartoon dragon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor. I do believe it's time for tea and biscuits now.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Officer.
You've been most helpful. Make sure you secure all of these other funds that are just lying around on the bridge.
As we're leaving, I want to have can you just give me the name of the person who runs the Justice Fund, please? And then leave once I've got a name.
That was Professor Puffcleys.
Professor Puffin.
No.
PvP. Explode the dragon. No. And then I'll catch the ferry, the river taxi across town. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask Justice to carry my car to wherever we're going, so I can stay in dragon form. Human form's all right, but it's a bit too squishy for my liking.
Not as good. No,
Yeah.
I understand. I will pick up your comically sized vehicle.
It's quite heavy. Be careful.
You repair to a small tea shop that, by all rights, probably shouldn't be able to afford to run in this part of Dunchester, or indeed anywhere, because it appears to have 3 customers, and it's you. However, Victoria is well aware that the lady who runs it is a swamp witch.
Yeah. I like to think Len, look, you're just gonna have to take this as a Saturday job, but pay attention to the biscuit ingredients.
Frog's legs, yes.
Yeah. It's just like my apprentice is just there working for free or something. I don't know, like that.
Yep. So Lenore comes out wearing a little pinny, still all of her goth stuff, but a little pinny over the top of it. All right, boss.
Oh, excellent. Repaying your debt to society. I'll have a tea.
What kind?
The brown kind.
He's not had tea before, has he?
He's not been here. No. Just a mundane, probably an Assam or something, maybe. And
Do you like bacon, Mr. Justice?
Not in my tea.
Okay, well that's Lapsang Souchong out of the way then. Oh, come on. Tell me that Lapsang Souchong doesn't taste like smoky bacon.
I have no idea what that is. I don't drink tea.
I don't
It's
believe it
smoky
does.
bacon tea, basically.
I know they make smoky bacon fizzy drinks. That's exactly the face I made when I learned
Scotland,
that
what
yesterday.
evil have you
No, it's not
wrought?
Scottish. It's American. It's American, I swear. I'm fairly sure. Yeah.
Probably, maybe, could be. Moving on.
We order some teas.
Some teas
some
and some
mundane
biscuits
and
are
some-
forthcoming.
Some nice teas. Nice
You
biscuits.
sit around this tiny, tiny tea shop that has many, many herbs and spices drying, hanging from rafters and racks.
Like it here. It's most interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a tea shop from a different century.
I'm sitting on the table because if I sit on the chair, I won't be able to see up past the table. So I'm just sitting. Oh, actually, no, I'll sit on I'll sit on Victoria's shoulder on the way. Just
Sure. Okay. Can I read what this thing this
Well, let's find
scroll
out.
was?
Let's have a research something roll from you.
you see, dragons are a paradox. We start the size of mountains, but as we get older, we get smaller and smaller until we become the size of an amoeba, and that's when we become subatomic, and then we go crazy.
I get a 14 to research something.
Spectacular. See what I did there.
I did.
It's a bit of parchment. It's worn, it's old, and it's
Hmm.
covered in strange runes. It's a teleportation spell. The spell inscription is left, but the magic that empowered it is gone.
Where did
This
they
is
go?
a one-shot teleportation spell.
Does it have a direction, or is this something that you'd have to you imbue the direction? This is just the cosmic instructions on how to hail the astral taxi or whatever.
Yeah, it's fix the image in your mind, read these words, and bam.
Okay.
Do you say aloud it's a teleportation spell?
Yeah, it's teleportation spell. These, and then it's derivative of splub and that kind of
It's
stuff. And
teleportation. I thought it said mellow-portation. I was about to say, I don't know any demons that are about being mellow. Very confusing.
yeah, no,
Absolutely.
And
right.
actually, Millie, that also causes you to have a think that perhaps that laser diamond wasn't about technology, because it could also be used as a focusing crystal. And diamonds are the truest of all crystals. So,
Shiniest.
Oh no.
What is it?
Well,
You seem stressed.
yeah. Well, if they're using magic, and clearly somebody among them is knowledgeable in these arts, they're probably not using the focusing crystal to focus a laser into a bank vault and explode money or melt gold, or indeed deciding to perhaps to write their name on the side of a hill.
Moon.
The moon, yes. No, they could be using it as a focus for some bigger arcane activity, like
Well, that sounds bad.
battery,
such as
or...
opening a doorway into another dimension,
Oh,
not
that's never good.
or-
Yeah,
particularly in an
You'll
area
leave an
with strong warding
interdimensional
magic.
draft.
Yeah, no, I don't like the idea of them charging this up to be a super duper key.
Yes.
No, that sounds bad.
Justice, we still have the diamond, don't we?
I returned it to the rightful authorities for
Oh,
proper
boy.
processing.
In my experience, humans are not very good at defending things against magic. Except
Is
the
this your
human-
experience of maybe being a larger dragon that wanted to collect larger gems and then in turn have now shrunken down because of your age and can no longer rain terror upon the humans for their gems? Or just a passing bit of research?
He's quite sensitive about his size.
I can't kick, just.
I spill my tea. just establishing. Okay. I'm glad you are now a professor.
That's why I became a hero.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to. Grr, you must fear me. Oh, no, fear me.
Can't do it anymore.
Got too old. Got too adorable.
Too old, too adorable. No longer angry dragon.
Exactly. Yeah.
What should I'm worried about perhaps just waiting for them to make their next move. I wonder if we could preempt and cut them off. If they were gonna use the diamond, this engineered diamond as a focus point or for a spell, do I know any other likely ingredients or components, or like is there a particular place in Dunchester that might be a nexus of energy that they might want to siphon off or something like that?
Let's do a little bit more paranormal investigating. Do you want to use your power?
Yeah.
Okay. There is not an oil rig. It's the same design as an oil rig, just out in the estuary, just sort of off to the east of Dunchester, that was recently abandoned. It was used for researching marine and freshwater ecology for the longest time, but has recently been abandoned after the science team that were on there reported unusual life forms, strange occurrences, and electrical damage on the rig. And the estuary that it's in is kind of like an outflow for the magical energy of the city.
Right.
So using the river to sort of channel the energy away from the rift would spill it out into the estuary. If it could be channeled and controlled there, you could maybe open the rift at a second location.
Okay.
So kind of like the opposite end of a drain. Instead of having to sneak up through the main rift, you're coming up the toilet end of the rift.
Oh, lovely. That's just charming.
Right. Did you say like the owner of this magical tea shop is some sort of sea hag? Did you say something like that before?
Swamp witch. Yeah.
Swamp witch. What? But Hetty, do you still siphon magic in the estuary? Is that?
Oh no, dear, I haven't touched the estuary in years.
But it's still a place where you can sort of bypass most of the other.
Yeah, it's got a vortex in it, but it's like a shitty vortex.
Yeah.
Language.
Well, it is. It's like a cosmic drain.
Oh, okay. In that case, that's entirely appropriate. Carry on.
No, it's a shitty swirly whirly justice.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought that was a chocolate bar.
No, that's curly whirly.
Ah, right.
I do not curly whirly.
Very worried. Briefly.
They are great.
You don't want to go down to the estuary. Weird stuff down there these days.
I'm afraid
crocodiles.
It was a one-time thing.
Weird stuff.
Buffycleys is like, no, I've never been there.
Large gentleman in Templar armor. There's a flapping pink dragon and an utterly normal investigator.
Yeah,
you spent one evening in the 70s as a small pink crocodile swimming around, and suddenly the estuary is crocodile infested.
I think we need to go to the estuary and have a little bit of a poke around, friends. I believe the phrase is, I have a bad feeling about this. And I will go to the ancient cash register that is obviously here with the big
old mechanical thing.
Yeah. And open my carpet bag and say, have you got my monthly order? Have you got everything dried out? And
of course I have, dear. Of course I have. Hold on a minute. Let me go downstairs and get it for you.
And I take out like a jar of some kind of dirt a bundle of rags and a bone or something, like put them on the table as payment, because obviously they're not paying in money.
Of course not.
Puffacles takes out his wallet and like looks to. Do they take Roman denarii? No. All right. Okay.
Well, they might in this shop. You never know.
But try to get rid of them for fucking centuries now.
No one takes them anymore. You can never make change.
I've got a secretary that might.
He picks up the bundle of bones and gives it. Oh, Catovaloni! Don't get many of those to the pound.
Yeah. And whatever assorted weirdness, I scoop into my carpet bag. Thank her. And so I need to go and get my wellies, and leave. As a suggestion that everybody else should now also.
Well, I'm now on Justice's shoulder, just waiting.
Right. Yes. This is awkward. Okay.
Like a macaroon, dear.
Are you
Ooh,
talking to me
for
or
the
the
roads.
dragon? Talk to the dragon. Obviously.
Yes, hello. I would like one.
She gives the dragon a macaroon.
Don't
Yes.
encourage him.
I have some cowrie shells. Would you like them?
Oh, lovely.
There you are. It's a
Good
history.
use of
That's a
those.
nerd history joke right there.
It's good. It's good. Loving it.
I'll be eating the macaroon, making crumbs, of course.
Get
On-
off.
Down the inside of the armor.
Yeah, just
Oh, you have no idea how much that itches.
I'm fluttering next to you as I'm eating it.
Okay, so are we all heading to the estuary? Is Millie, are you going on your own? What's occurring?
I don't want to go on my own, but I do want to get a pair of welly boots. So it's just a costume change for the next toy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Victoria
that's-
Valentine water fight.
Aquatic setup.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, why didn't Professor
So kind of like
Puffleys-
an Iron Man thing where you switch your armor setup, only you're just swapping into wellies.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the merchandising, that's all.
Well, yeah, why don't
the
Professor
comic
Puffleys turns into pink animals? Because they, want to save money on painting the animals, so just make them all pink. It's a lifesaver.
And
for
it's
the,
only
for
an
the toy
official
budget.
Professor Puffacles if you've bought the pink versions of all the
Yeah,
toys.
of
Yeah.
You can't
course.
just use any toys in you're playing this game at home.
How great would that be if your parents bought you toys, like
You
just
got the
regular
wrong one.
animal toys? This is wrong. How is it? They're meant to be pink. This is like purple, isn't it? It's not the same thing. No, that's Professor Puffacles. I don't know.
Pimplecles.
That's Professor Puffacles from the Shriven realm. That's not right.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not inverted Professor Puffacles.
That's the anyway. We've got this. That was clearly an ad break.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So after
Are we
the ad
orange?
break, we return to our heroes as they're making their way down a small sewage outflow underneath the city.
Well, this is horrible.
You think it's bad? I have a heightened sense of smell. Oh God.
Change into something that doesn't have a heightened sense of smell.
Okay.
Change
no.
into a human.
Oh, that's a good idea. I will change into.
History teacher, man.
Oh, I was gonna say I will change into an exact copy of Millie's character, Victoria, so that I have the wellies.
Ah, very clever.
Now I have the wellies, so I can't make the clothes unless I've got something to like visualize, and it's just easier if I just make a copy.
So Victoria Valentine and pink Victoria Valentine.
Oh yeah, no, like the hair is pink.
Oh, that's fabulous.
I frown even more and
You
quicken
wouldn't
my
have thought it was
pace.
possible.
You have
frown
pretty nice
even
wellies,
more.
actually. You need to tell me where you got them. These are really comfy.
Yeah.
There is a flat bottom boat tied up down here
Mm.
with a pole. Remember that you have access to a river temple. So it's not that unusual for you to have things like this. It's
Still
an
haven't
old,
been there.
old boat. And you
I have.
pole your way eastwards out
I
of
will
the...
do the polling.
City.
Just one cornetto.
And
The Gondoleros song, is it not?
by the time you are reaching the open mouth of the estuary, you pole past the barrier in the river. The river gets a little bit wider and wilder, but it's still fairly sluggish. and you pole out into the estuary, wherein you can see like a micro oil rig set up, looking out over the area. Storm clouds are beginning to gather in that way that storm clouds do when something is directing them.
I believe evil may be afoot.
For a moment, I'm copying what Victoria's doing, but I stop because I know that's going to get me in trouble.
Explode
Could everybody
me.
make a read the situation roll? That's 80% for Alden, 90% for Millie, and 0% for Nye. 50% for Nye.
50%.
I got a 6.
1!
75.
Of course, I beat myself.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't
It's okay.
mean
No,
to.
it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. That's better for us in the long run.
So you all are like keyed up with your senses tuned to full effect. You could smell the damp in the air, a faint undercurrent of rot on the breeze. You can hear the rushes rustling in the sides of the estuary. You can see the occasional heron fly past quite low and near to the water.
Hello.
But also over by this mini rig, there is a small speedboat tied up on the rig, and a familiar looking figure making their way up from the boat, up the metal staircase that leads up to the main part of the rig. And on the rig, you can see lights flashing and flickering, and then above it, this gradually increasing gyre of black storm clouds beginning to gather and rotate around it.
Well, this is disturbing.
This is not good.
Nope, not good
Occasionally
at all.
you see faces and figures in the clouds.
My occult senses are tingling.
Stretched skulls and tormented visages
Oh my
flash
God.
past.
I think I know that guy. I'm sure I've seen his face. No, it's gone. It's now a evil snake coming out of a skull.
Okay.
A crack of purple lightning lights the gyre above your heads.
Let's and I don't normally say that. Well, let's get over there. Let's get in there.
Yes, we must stop
Okay.
whatever is occurring from, well, occurring.
Some more, yes. Okay.
So yes, we will with the speed of justice advance.
Yes.
You pole your way up to the rig.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Matey sees you, actually.
No,
Let's hope not. No, they don't.
we are
No, he
clouded by
doesn't,
Justin.
actually.
I could use my clouds of darkness to
That's very true.
try and join in with the general dark theme.
Yes.
Well done, Millie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I could turn into a porpoise, and then they look at us. They go, it's just some whale watchers.
That's what we're doing. We're just watching whales.
In an estuary, which is rather strange.
Small pink humpback whale.
You pole your way up next to this speedboat. It's been hurriedly tied up next to this rig.
Oh, this is very sloppy work. I will do a proper knot.
A quick glance. Are there any like keys or anything in it? Like,
There is, yeah. There's a set of keys in the boat, and a little sign hangs next to it on the wall by the stairs that says Thermesis Estuary Research Station.
I will take the keys out of the speedboat. Put them in my handbag.
Nobody's finding them again.
I will.
One day.
There's still a bologna sandwich in there, I'm sure. I'll take the keys out of the speedboat and be like, oh, well, it's a shame they got lost. And enter the Thermesis research.
We have impounded the vehicle due to improper parking.
Yes, that too.
So you head up the metal gantry. It's about 2 stories up, and this small platform. Like I say, it's like a micro oil rig. Rather than being a full-sized rig, what you've got is this sort of house on stilts effect. 2 stories up, and you've got a flat area which has got 3 small buildings on it. Excuse me. The first building you come to, there are no lights on inside. The larger of the 3 appears to be the research base, and there are some lights flashing and flickering inside there. The third one appears to be a kind of tower with binoculars and a hide at the top of it.
Perhaps we should split up and check when the individual buildings on our own.
That's always the best idea. I will
Thank
take
you.
to the air.
Sure.
I shall take to the feet in these very comfortable wellies.
And I shall take to rolling my eyes so much it hurts and just walk off to one of the other buildings.
All right, Alden, where are you going?
Whichever is the tallest.
The tallest would be the high hide.
Yes, I will go to the high hide.
Looks out over the whole estuary. It's quite small. It is literally just a walk-up tower, like the kind of towers you'd have in a fire station for them to practice setting on fire.
If it has a back, I will attempt to approach from the back.
It's all the way round. It's a brick spiral, well, not even brick, it's a prefab and concrete spiral staircase with a room at the top.
I will spiral the other way.
That'll mess with their heads.
Yes.
Alden, that's Alden, sorry. Nye, where are you going?
Which one? I'll go to the dark one, the one that's not got any flickering lights on.
Okay, Millie, that puts you in the research office then.
Yep, sure.
All right, so Alden, you spiral your way up the outside of the building. And you notice the chap you had a fight with on the bridge is inside the room at the top. He doesn't notice you straight away, but if you keep like hanging around right in front of the window, he probably will.
I will float down.
But he's in there, and he appears to be on the phone to someone, so you're hearing half a conversation. No, couldn't get it. You never told me. Yeah, heroes. 3 of them. Well, you paid for the job. I did the job. I know I didn't get it, but you're going to have to come up with an alternative then, because I can't go back for it now. It's in police custody. Don't talk to me like that. I'm not your whipping boy. Yeah, well, screw you too.
Can't feel bad for him now.
No.
How dare you talk to me like that?
I'm going to try and time it for the end of the conversation and then just be there about 10 feet out, just floating, my arms crossed.
He sees you through the window and you can see his mouth go.
Language.
No, you walk into this darkened room. It looks like a sort of dormitory room, like you might expect to get at a scout hut. There's a small kitchen, couple of bedrooms that have each got not a double bed, but a bunk bed in. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello.
A few
I am a
personal
human.
effects, but it looks like whoever was living here is packed up and gone. There is one room that looks like it's been slept in. It's a bit of a mess. There's some food wrappers.
Okay, well, I will have a look around.
You find a copy of Seismology Today.
No. Oh, the new issue.
Like anything after 1930 is new to Professor Puffacles. This is like...
Like that. Oh, let's see what Science Magazine. Oh my word, they have progressed a lot faster than I thought they would. Okay. I will have a look around. See that this is a place that they
the
probably
only
were just
light
sleeping
in here is this
and
little camping lantern, battery powered.
I will nod, assume that I've done job well done, and head out and see what the others have found.
Okay. Millie, you head into the research lab. It's on 2 floors.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to be like you've got a chemistry and water lab on the ground floor, which obviously is 2 stories up from the water. And then on the floor above that, you've got ecology and nature labs. So you've got a couple of animal and insect samples on the top floor, but you haven't got there yet. You're still on the ground floor. And you're going through the ground floor, and that smell comes back to you. That smell of sulfur, cabbage, farts, demons. Somewhere in this lab, someone has done something occult.
I root in my carpet bag and pull out, I don't know, some sort of stick of dried herbs wrapped up in a bit of string in a bundle. I set fire to part of it. I'll wave it around a bit. Is there any, like, aside from just looking slightly occult myself, is there any sort of check, or like, could I use any of my skills to try and work out what's been done?
Yeah, you could read the situation.
Yeah, I would do that through the medium of a smudge stick and, I don't know, stage or something, like throwing salt over there whilst swearing east. 8! The dice like me tonight.
Yeah.
They're good dice.
Yeah, it's not on the ground floor. As you get to the stairs, you notice that the smell is definitely coming from the floor above.
So this is like I set fire to this thing, and like this stream of smoke goes off in like a not direction that it should. Like it immediately goes horizontal from the stick, and I follow it along.
Oh God!
So following the trail of the smudge, you are led up the stairs, and the lab upstairs has been partially trashed. It looks like it's been done to clear a big space in the middle, where an elaborate sigil has been carved into the ground. It's not the same as the sigil from Unan Zacchaeus. It's a different sigil altogether. A big sigil marked with blood and crushed insects and candles burning at several locations, not burning, candles placed at several locations not currently lit. In the center, there are all of the ingredients necessary for some kind of portal opening spell, except for a focusing gem.
Okay. Oh. I will look around and make a mental note, and because I am me, what I would like to do is root around in my carpet bag and find an ingredient that is similar but not right, and swap it.
Okay. I think that would be a watch for trouble roll.
Okay.
Seems the appropriate one there. Or
you fail and give them an ingredient that's even better than what they had.
Do you know, it could be 61.
61 is enough to do it.
So yeah, just like.
So you swipe out the rat skulls that are there and replace them with some chicken feet.
Yeah, something. Yeah, that if you turned up and we were just ready to get into summoning, opening rifts, whatever, you wouldn't notice. It's the right kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks right. Doesn't look too out of place. It's not like you've swapped Coke for Pepsi.
Yeah. And then with my foot, move one of the candles 3 inches south. Just be like, does it have like? Do I understand like where they're trying to make this connect with, or is it just to avoid the local airport, which I could be on board with, or is it to No,
this is definitely another Shriven Realm entity.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Thing. This is someone trying to punch through to the Demon Realm.
Okay.
And we're not on board with that.
No, we're not.
However, Alden.
Hello.
He says crap. You see him say it. What do you want to do?
I would like to beckon him to come outside. Ignoring the fact that I'm floating 30 feet in the air.
Come at me, bro.
He opens the window. What?
I feel your plans are unraveling.
It's not even my plan. What do you want?
Whose plan is it?
No clue. But I'll
Then
fight you.
we do not have to fight. I seek only justice.
Yeah, which means you're here to take me away.
If you can hand a viler villain, then justice will be fulfilled.
If I could, I'd hand this guy up in a second. I got nothing. But you're not taking me in easy.
We do not have to do this. There is a better way.
You gonna let me walk?
That would not be the just way.
Thought so.
You're clearly a man of science and learning, of intellect. How have you come to this bestial end?
Once upon a time, maybe. And he flexes his hand and the concentric circles pulse around his body, down his arm and into his knuckles.
But now, have you sold your soul for unholy power?
This wasn't a choice. I'll protect what I've got, though. This power is mine. It might have been a curse, but I'm keeping it.
Other defenders of Dunchester have also suffered demonic curses, but they use their powers to help others. You could be the same.
Help others? Ha! Like they've helped me. Anyway, I can't control this. Sometimes it builds too much. And that, and he points up at the sky.
Is that your doing?
That's not me, but it's driving it. I can feel it growing. I'm going to flip.
I think you have meddled with forces you do not understand, but there are those that do and would help.
Shh. Hi.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
So I have exited the building.
You have. You can see Justice having a conversation with the villain from the bridge up on a tower.
I will sigh a little because the wellies were very nice. And I shall turn into my dragon form, flutter up to be alongside Justice, and be like, hello, Justice. Oh, hello. You're from the bridge.
Professor Puffocles, I am attempting to redeem this character.
Ah, right. Yes. Don't do evil things. Am I helping?
Yes.
Who decides what's evil?
I do.
And who made you the judge?
That's an interesting question. How long have you got?
Oh boy, he's about to punch both of us in the face.
A ripple passes over his face. Those concentric circles move over. And as it does, something altogether different appears in his eyes. It's like his consciousness is almost pushed aside. And this sort of bestial side comes out. It's a real Jekyll and Hyde moment. And his head twitches and his muscles on his neck bunch up and seem to increase in size. And he, in turn, bulks up a little bit as well. It's coming.
You are losing coherence. Stay with us. Oh, there are minions.
The sky cracks open.
Oh.
Purple lightning in the clouds.
Oh no!
The revenge of the Scottish
I
internet.
is banished.
I think that's a
Banish.
complication, not a minion. So I can do both. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Hello!
Oh, I'm a lovely fluffy dragon.
There we go. We're good. We can carry on.
We're safe.
Fine. It's all
He might have had a power cut actually, because all the lights went out in his room, and then his connection dropped. So.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Well, we'll do what we can.
We shall see. Anyway, the sky cracks open, and some of those swirling black shadows become coherent. And from out of the sky, a black bat creature, bigger than a man, forms from smoke and darkness.
Get off, that's my shtick.
Beat its way towards you through the air. Flappity, flappity, flappity. Whoosh.
Complication.
Bolt of lightning rains down. Kablamo! Striking the dormitory building and blowing a hole in the roof.
Oh no.
That was where Professor Puffocles was.
It was. Billy,
Yes.
you're up.
All right. I assume I hear this cracking of
You hear
lightning.
cracking and shrieking and demonic noises from outside.
So I will quickly make my way outside. Oh, the
50% on the
enemy within has just hit 50%. Yeah. Oh gosh.
All to play for.
Yeah.
So enemy within's hit 50%. Feudal Stars has hit 30%.
Only 11% for that aliens.
Oh.
Poor Xenomorph's gonna have to wait for tea. Anyway, I will. Upon hearing the lightning, I will dash out to the place I could see, and so can I see? I can see Justice and Puffocles like flying.
They're both flying in the air, and you can see the villain from the bridge.
Oh well,
inside a tower.
I'm just going to explode him and the tower.
Okay.
Load the tower.
Yeah, well, I will spend the time tokens to make it an area and explode, or because I don't know that they're redeeming them, and he used magic before and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to explode as much as I can because Puffocles and Justice are nice and far away.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. Except I'm not, because that's an 88.
Ouch. But you get 2 advantage dice because you made it. Because you upgraded it.
Yeah.
And both of them were successful.
Oh.
Ooh, what does that mean? Does it mean I can
So it
add
increases the thing by an extra 10% for each one.
Oh, okay, cool. So I made it then.
So you made it with an extravagant level of effect.
Yeah. And I explode.
You explode the entire tower with a crack and a roar, the ground floor of the tower, and fire explodes out of it. Boom, 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 all the way up. Like a demolition charge going up through the middle of the tower, and the whole thing goes down. And as it goes down, you can see the last vestige of whatever was human in this guy's face goes as well. And
Well,
he
so much for that conversation.
falls down into the flame, and the tower collapses on top of him.
I did good, Justice. I got the miscreant.
At which point, a bat thing swoops down on you. Some kind of shadow demon rips its way free of the Shriven Realm.
Oh, I don't like the Shriven Realm.
Nobody likes the
No.
Shriven Realm. It's a bad place. And rakes across you with its claws. Please take 70 points of damage.
Me?
What?
Yes.
I would like to spend. Can I spend all of my illusion tokens to have it attack a illusionary me?
Yes, you can.
Oof.
Really, I'm 5 foot back behind the illusion me in a doorway.
The illusion of you is punched through by the claws of this bat demon.
Oof.
Had you been stood there, Justice, you see the claws punch right the way through the other side of Victoria, and as they do, the entire thing discorporates into sparkles of illusion.
Thank heavens for that. Well done, Miss Valentine. Oh, the villain.
The villain with an unholy roar. The rubble blasts aside,
Does not have to be this way.
and the mangled, monstrous form of the man from the bridge lurches out, scratched, bleeding, injured, but also vibrating so much that his entire body is almost indistinct. The tattoo marks on his body are pulsating so quickly that he's almost phasing. And he turns around and he claps his hands at Justice. Releases a shockwave through the air.
Ooh, that's quite clever.
Please take 53 points of damage.
Good heavens. Did I recover from the previous one? Or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
you always
Oh, no,
always
you do recover.
always recover between
Okay, good.
fights.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because
It's heroic.
I was watching
The
the New Eden ones, and they had like 6 fights or something ridiculous in one session, and that was relief to know that they all got better in between, because otherwise Meatman and Nightlight would have well and truly
Yeah, of course,
snuffed
because
it.
it's 4-color comic book, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you can have a punch up in one scene and
Yep.
be fine the next.
Yeah.
You have learnt from our previous encounter. Clearly, you are not entirely lost within that bestial frame.
His eyes are now crackling with the same purple lightning as the sky.
Then again, maybe you are.
And he spins around and stamps his foot down in the direction of Victoria. And blows the research building next to you to smithereens, missing you completely. Half the building just slides off the rig into the estuary with a splash and a plop.
Good, because I don't have any more illusion me to save my life for a while.
And the space bat, evil dragon thing, swoops down on Professor Puffocles, tangles him into the water. The two of them go into the water.
Don't worry, he can adapt, survive. You've known the dragon for more centuries than I care to count. He keeps coming back.
Even when I don't want him to. Alden.
Tank. Well, you are committing severe destruction of public property. Well, private property, but anywho, destruction. And you must be stopped, no matter how unwise this particular course of action seems to be. I'm going to go at the bat.
Swing, bada, 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 bada.
Swing at the bat. I'm going to bat the bat.
Oh, you're going to bat the bat?
I'm going to bat the bat. It's
Okay.
threatening my sidekick. And hero's first imperative is always to save their sidekick.
It's true.
I'm going to attempt to clang the bat with a hot 55.
Clang.
My advantage dice. Forget those. Squish. Not they seem to help much.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
The scales of justice pass right through it. It's kind of insubstantial, but as they pass through it, they discorporate its form.
Aha!
It's made of darkness, shadows, and mist. It's not fully manifested in this world. And the nature of your weapon is such that you can blast it back through the rift before it can truly manifest.
Feel the light of justice on your dark, dark soul.
So I need to get rid of the first minion that pops up, which would be that one.
Yay!
Oh.
The villain, however, is going to hurl a chunk of concrete at you. A massive bit of...
You are not helping
And-
your cause.
He misses you completely. As it happens, flings this thing through the air at where you were before you swooped down on the bat.
You know you do not truly want to harm me. Search your feelings.
Professor Puffocles is under the water with another minion, so I'm going to take the next minion out and keep the two of them busy for a moment.
Chat is suggesting a pink platypus.
There's some kind of fight brewing under the water that you can't quite make out. Maybe it is indeed a pink platypus.
Terry. Oh, that'd be me. I'm just gonna take away some time tokens because that's useful.
People, you need to pay Millie to come and do stuff for your streams because she's made all of the backgrounds, all of the time tokens, all of the power stuff.
Hero points.
Script matched the text and the formatting, and
it's been fun.
Person money.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
To do these things.
Yeah, it's been fun. Tattooed bad guy is fighting justice and trying to throw concrete at us. Yep. And
it's like he's trying to alternate between the two of you. Like he wants to attack both of you.
Okay.
You blew him up, but justice is talking at him.
I'm just going to continue to try and blow him up. I mean, I can't make this an area of effect attack anymore, but I'm gonna just explode him, or make explosions around him, or in his face.
It's Jubilee time.
Yeah. No, they're not sparkles. They're explosions.
Well, so were Jubilees. The only reason that she couldn't use her powers properly is because she pulled them, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Bless her.
That's a 19.
90. Ouch! That means 91 points of damage.
It does, doesn't it?
Of which he is only able to soak less than half.
Ha ha.
Is it a building dropped on him? Oh, that's a good point. Right, he is definitely teetering. Your attacks have weakened him greatly. But as he's teetering, he's also getting bigger.
Oh.
I fear he is losing control. Oh, fudge. Find the light within yourself.
I look at him confused. It's like, this is not the normal, like, fear. Justice will be dispensed. Cower.
Can anything else roll, Loudon?
Oh, God, really?
With advantage.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
You've got 2 advantage uppy dice things, so it's plus 20%.
Okay, I got 45.
So you would have succeeded either way.
Yes.
You can see some kind of internal struggle happening.
Miss Valentine, I do not believe that this poor person is truly evil. I believe they can be saved from this dark path.
And the tattoos on him sort of focus down and start pulsing up and down his body instead of fluctuating all over the place. And he looks up at the sky and he raises both of his hands up and he goes, ah, and explodes seismic energy upwards into the cloud.
Gosh.
Dispersing the shadows and the clouds and the lightning.
Oh, weather control. Excellent.
His body is cracking open from the strain. You can see those tattoos moving so quickly that his body's actually starting to open up at the joints and cracks. You can see the same purple lightning from the clouds inside his skin. And the sigil, Millie, that you saw inside in blood appears on his back. The lab coat that he was wearing is completely ripped to shreds and tattered. And you can see that all of the concentric tattoo rings form into the pattern of that one shape. as an explosion of energy comes out of him and blasts the clouds away, and he collapses to the ground face down, and he appears to have shrunk and gotten smaller.
I will run forward, ready to raise him from the dead to find out what the heck was gone, but not return him to life.
Maybe check his pulse first.
Okay. I'm not. I didn't do that kind of study. I will poke him.
I know battlefield medicine. If need be, I can check.
Yes. Okay.
And lying there in front of you is quite a scrawny fella. Nothing like this big buff guy that you were fighting on the bridge or here, but a small, fairly scrawny, academic-looking chap. He's a bloody mess. His body's covered in like black wounds that look like he's cracked like marble. There's a little red light disappearing slowly in his eyes, and this huge disfiguring demonic sigil on his back, which is beginning to smolder. And he looks up at you as you come closer. I just wanted the power.
You have fought your way free. That is the strongest power of all.
I wanted it so much. And he said if I helped him, there was more.
Do you now see the folly of this path?
Do it again in a second.
The path to easy power is a heavy, heavy burden. And you become beholden to people who you do not even know.
Look, he left instructions in the mail, on my phone, by email. Just stuff to get things to do. And he gave me power to do it with. And he coughs and a little bit of blood runs out of his mouth.
Do you have family?
It's just me. But you need to watch out. They're coming. And for a moment, a look of fear crosses his face, and he passes.
I will gently close his eyes. Your battle now is ended. And it ended well, my friend. I will turn away, walk to the edge of the rig, and stare out across the dark waters. Presumably while Victoria raises him.
Little pink platypus, like, splush, or something.
Yep, a little pink platypus splushes up out of the water.
I'll just have it on my arm.
It turns into a falcon arrives.
Fascinating. We have fought a good fight this day. The soul has been lost to the dark forces.
I'm concerned that he was just given power. Typically, if you've got power to spare in that manner, you have a lot of power. It diminishes you somewhat to just imbue people with power. And for them to consider it is concerning. The room, the lab, there was some sort of summoning place. Doesn't look like it's been used, but
not going to be used now either.
No. If this person, this entity who is coming is is imbuing, and I gesture to the dead person. It's not to say they don't have others they're doing this for. I fear we might have stopped one, but there may be backup plans or alternative solutions.
Maybe so. He spoke of instructions left in some sort of mail. He-mail, I think he said.
He-mail, yes, he-mail.
Could we find those?
I think Lenore would be very good at doing that once she's finished her shift at the tea shop.
Your apprentice, yes, she would be most useful in this regard.
Yes.
The young are always most adept with the new technology, I find.
Definitely much better than myself with all this technology. Perhaps we should get out of the estuary.
Yes, it is damp and dark and dank, and there's a dead person. But we must first report this crime.
Just immediately sag under the weight.
Get up my phone. Hello, Harbour Patrol.
So you call Harbour Patrol and
I'd like to
notify
report a
them.
crime.
The rig, what's left of it, the tower has exploded. The dormitory building is on fire, and 2/3 of the research lab has slid into the estuary.
I believe this building may no longer be safe and may in fact be a hazard to shipping.
And you are able to then return to your domiciles and places of rest and residence. Thank you very much for joining us this evening for issue 2, of Spectacular's Eldritch Mysteries, A Bridge Too Far.
Too far.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, what day is it? It's Monday, isn't it?
It is Monday.
It's Monday, which means we've got the rest of the week, so I've got to do the calendar thing. So join us for the rest of this week, when tomorrow, instead of Coriolis, we will have Alien Simon.
Oh, what?
A little side mission for the Colonial Marines.
Siege of Lamont Station Prime.
Yes, and there's going to be alien shenanigans. Then later in the evening, it's Deadlands with Garblag North America. Wednesday, we've got Achtung Cthulhu.
Yay!
Thursday, Millie is not able to run her regular CMOM game because she's going to be at UK Gaming Expo. So if you're there, drop by, say hi, give her a wave.
Give me a wave.
Observe social distancing.
Yes. Follow the rules.
But so that you don't miss out, I'm going to run a little Alien one-shot on that day. So come and watch me torture and mutilate and kill our friends in hilariously amusing fashions. Thursday evening, we've got Blades in the Dark with Garblag North America, following what they're doing on the Gartopia Discord, and it's terrifying. And then Friday, we've got Hot Vampire Summer, chapter 4 now? Yeah.
I don't know, but I like the art that Pat made. It's brilliant.
Pat made some fantastic art of the band.
It's
and
brilliant.
their raccoon.
It does look awesome. Trash Panda.
Trash Panda and Jugular. Is the Trash Panda the supporting act for the band?
No, it's literally just a raccoon that they fed.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But
it probably is the supporting act now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a better keyboard player than Cynthia.
Harsh but fair.
Rude.
Her skills are more towards the money laundering and like criminal enterprise side of things.
Well, there we go then.
Fair.
We all have our talents.
So there you go, Drug Dwarf. The next game is tomorrow.
Yay.
But the next game of Spectaculars is on Monday.
Yes. So thank you very much for joining us. We've been Garblag Games. Check out our Discord, Patreon, YouTube, Redbubble, all those fun things.
Everything.
Thanks very much and good night.
Good night.
Good night.